Hi, um, I'm doing another video tonight. I seem to be doing them in the evenings. I've got a lot of stuff going on during the day, so I'm doing these tonight. Uh, I'm trying to build up my content. My stuff's probably not as good as a lot of people on the net right now, but these are relevant to me. And if you happen to get some kind of enjoyment out of them, would you please leave a comment in the bottom and also do a like and subscribe. Um, if you have a problem with them, if you have a problem with the way the videos are done or anything of that nature, if there's something I can do that would be better, let me know. Just say, hey, your videos are kind of average. I think this can help you. Having said that, I'm going to get on to the video at hand. Um, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how they did this documentary not that long ago entitled Seattle is Dying. And a lot of people have their take on what it means. They say that I'm adjusting the video, so just bear with me. There we go. They say that it's dying because of the over. They say it's dying because drugs are rampant in the city. Homelessness is rampant in the city. But yes, Seattle is dying. Seattle is being strangulated not just by homeless and by drug addicts. It's being strangulated by Amazon and Facebook and Google and transplants from other states and other cities. Seattle is dying because rich investors have come into town like carpetbaggers and they're destroying the property values. They're destroying Seattle's way of life. The things that were beautiful about Seattle, the character. You've got transplants that are moving into Seattle that don't give a shit about Seattle. For the most part, there's probably some that do move to Seattle that love Seattle. But Seattle is not Seattle anymore. Seattle is slowly dying off, and what's taking its place is not Seattle. It's called Seattle in name only. It's no longer Seattle. The Seattle that I fell in love with is gone. It's no longer there anymore. It's being choked out. The big, huge corporate that came into Seattle and took over are like drug dealers that have infested the city. It's causing the cost of living to go up. The cost of living has went up. Housing prices have went up. Homelessness has went up. Drug use has went up. I can't understand why anybody would be proud of that. If I was in Seattle at the moment, which is where I had wanted to move back to, but now I'm having second thoughts about it because I don't really think Seattle is worth moving back to in its present state. I want to help Seattle. I want to get Seattle and I want to make Seattle into a beautiful city again. But I'm not sure if the ones that are just there to make a dollar, like real estaters. Real estaters come in, they buy these houses, they flip them. The other day, I came across a video, and I'm not going to name any names for two reasons. One, it's not fair, and two, I can't remember the guy's name. But he decided to purchase a house. They renovated the house, they gutted out the house, they refurbished the house, then they flipped it for like 3 times more than what they paid for it. They had to pay a penalty because they didn't stay in it for 2 years. But they didn't care. They'd pay the penalty. And that's the way it's going. They'll pay the penalty for not living in the house for 2 years. Yeah, they'll just pay the penalty. So when the docuseries was done and it was entitled "Seattle is Dying," a lot of people took offense to that. A lot of people that are making money off of Seattle, they don't see Seattle dying. They see Seattle putting money in their pocket, so therefore it's thriving. They say, oh, Seattle is doing great. It's doing great if you're in that particular category. If you're able to be a part of the lifestyle that is now, yes, it's great. But if you're destitute and you're in Seattle and you're trying to live, you'll get by barely, but you won't have a life. The people that are running the city of Seattle now, they hate poor people. Poor people are undesirable. Poor people are nasty. A lot of people that I've spoke to that go to Seattle are doing it because it's bougie. And if you're interested in what that word means, bougie, it means that it's ghetto fabulous. It's become ghetto fabulous. And ghetto fabulous is not just an inner city term anymore. Ghetto fabulous is a generic term. It doesn't specifically deal with any particular people. It deals with all people that living in Seattle for some people and looking like you're living at large is like those guys that buy them fake Rolex watches off of DHgate and they walk around with their friends because they got a rollie on their wrist. They got a rollie, a Rolex. According to Archie Luxury, on the Archie Luxury channel, they have a Rolex. So they can perpetrate being rich. And there's some people in Seattle that are doing that. And I'm not faulting you. You can live any way you want. But when you hurt the poor people, that's when it bugs me. When you don't give a shit about your own area, that's when it bugs me. When you move to a city and you got no investment in that city, yeah, you work, you pay your rent, you pay your utilities and all that, but I'm talking about doing your part to make Seattle a better place for everybody to live. It's going to take every single person that's out there to make this work. And so far it's not. And in that respect, yes, Seattle is dying. It's on life support right now. The rich corporates and the transplants, the homeless and the drug addicts, and I separate the drug addicts from the homeless because not all homeless are drug addicts. Some homeless have mental issues that need to be worked on, that need to be helped with, and there's some that are loss of their apartment because they got priced out. Some of them have lost their jobs and they got priced out, and now they're homeless. And then there's a lot that are drug addicts that like being a drug addict. They like getting high. They like not being hassled by the police. So they're going to stay doing that. Yes, Seattle is dying. It's on life support. I would venture to say that Seattle is technically brain dead. Yes, Seattle is brain dead and on life support. Anyway, this has been another video from All Things Considered, because I consider all things. Have a good night, Seattle, and to all points abroad.